Y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm King Tyson. Don't forget to like and subscribe, like I always tell y'all to do in the beginning and the end of my videos. So check it out. Someone asked me what's my opinion about the Cassie and Puffy situation with the allegations that Cassie brought upon Puffy, as far as the all kind of things she said, not great things at all. And to my understanding, they was in a relationship for a long time. I understand that she was very young when they got together. I believe she was about 19 years old. And I guess she ended up leaving Puffy for a personal trainer, her personal trainer. And then they went on to, I believe they got married and had 2 kids. And then Puffy went on to date other women. Now he's kind of been dealing with Young Miami from the City Girls, and they got their own open relationship thing or whatever. Let me say this: one thing about Puffy's always had all kind of things about him for a long time. All kind of stuff that stuff from his bodyguard, his ex-bodyguard, and just other people in the industry. It's just rumors. You know, we don't really know what's true and what's not true. But let me use this let me say 2 things with this. First and foremost, I know people is coming at Cassie. It's kind of like split, because you got some people saying they believe Cassie, this is what Puffy gets. And before I go back to that, so basically they end up selling. So Cassie made these accusations. She was suing him for, I don't know if it's 50 million. She was suing him civilly. So not criminally, but civilly, right? Yeah, I get tongue tied, y'all. So it's a civil suit. Excuse me. It's a civil suit, not a criminal suit. So one day into the suit, Puffy and Cassie, they agreed upon an undisclosed amount, and it's over with. So far, it's over with, as far as the civil side of it. Now, if the feds pick it up, it could be a criminal case. Who knows? I don't know if it's gonna go that far. I don't know. But going back to what I originally saying before I got to that point where the ending came in at, is that we don't know what's true and what's not. We wasn't there, Only thing we doing is just speculating and coming up with our opinions. But I will say this, because the reason why I brought this up is because, so people was having split decisions. Some people were saying that they believe Cassie. Some other people were saying that they believe that it's just a money play. They believe she's lying. It's just a quick money grab for Cassie because her and the personal trainer is broke. They need the money, and Puffy's rich. So this is money for her to have. And someone asked my opinion about this. My opinion is this: we wasn't there. Nobody was there, right? Only just those 2, and maybe their own personal circle. I'm gonna go out to the limb and say that when it comes to abuse, a lot of people say, well, why haven't she been said anything? Y'all, abuse doesn't work like that sometimes, y'all. Theoretically, you would say if someone physically abuses you, then, you automatically go to the police. You make a police report, you get this person locked up, and then you go on about your life. Y'all, when it comes to abuse, normally when you in the relationships, the abuser doesn't just one day, like the first day they talk to you, just start abusing you. It doesn't go like that. People who are physically abusive, it's a mind thing. So they get you sucked into the relationship where they make everything about you. They give you all this. It's like almost love bombing, but times 10. It's like love bombing. It's showering with gifts. It's just all their attention's on you, because that's a tactic to get you all wrapped in. It's all a mind game. And then once they get you wrapped in, then the physical abuse happens. And then when the physical abuse happens, it's almost like, okay, when they do that, here's a shower. I'm gonna love bomb you some more, tell you it won't happen again. I'm gonna give you all type of gifts. And in Puffy's situation, not saying he did or didn't, I'm just using that for example. We talking about Puffy, or we could take it away from Puffy and bring in, a man with a bunch of money, right? And and they don't have to be a man with a bunch of money, but just abuser, period, right? They're gonna shower you with gifts. In Puffy's situation, if we talking about Puffy, but I'm trying not to talk about Puffy, I'm just using it as an example, is that the brothers who do this, they would try to, okay, let me give you a vacation. Let me buy you a new purse. Let me buy you some new shoes. It's like it's almost trying to buy your forgiveness, and it's never happened again. But any women who've been in a abusive relationship, it's never just one time. It's never a one-time issue. It might be spread out, but it's more than a one-time thing. Now, so it is hard for, let's just go with a woman who's being abused. You have situations where men get abused as well, but it's a very small number. So I've got to go with the majority, and I'm talking about men abusing women, right? So like I said, it's very hard for a person to leave an abuser. We don't know what the situation is. Sometimes abuser could put you in a situation where all you might have is them, and they definitely. That's one thing about a person who's very manipulative, person who's controlling. They try to separate you from your family, try to separate you from your friends. They try to isolate. Basically, they try to isolate you from them, so they can they have you depend upon them. You know what I mean? You just depend upon that person, and then the abuse keeps going. Now, when someone's getting abused, I can't say how long it takes for you to to bring something to the forefront. I know that some people say, well, she's a willing participant. She participated in this, in a lot of the things that she was saying. You got a young woman, very impressionable young woman, and you got a way older man with money. So yeah, she probably could be looking at, hey, he's gonna do all this stuff for her career. She had access to all kind of, money, gifts, trips, anything in the world she have access to, the fame, anything and everything she has access to, right? And so, someone's calling me. So I just wanted, so she has access to everything, right? So who's to say that she wasn't reaching out for help? We don't know. When a person has money and power, they have a lot of resources that can stop things. Now, that doesn't negate the fact that, she shouldn't have reported anything. I don't know. We wasn't there. I can't say whether she was abused or not. All I can say is that if it was a situation, if it was that, you can't really say how long, when should a person, when they not say something, because there's women every day in abusive relationships who do not report it. It's women that follow our channel who have been in an abusive relationship and didn't report it, or they, I don't know. I can't, it's hard to say why she didn't report it. It's hard. They would say that there was a statute of limitation on the abuse, I think, in so many years. And then someone was saying that she did these accusations right before the time was up. I don't know. Puffy did settle pretty fast. He settled within a year. He settled within a day. So were these accusations true that he settled so fast? Like, hold on, this gonna make me look bad. Or he could have said, let me just get this out the way and just settle. I don't want my name dragged any further than what it is already. Who's to say? I don't know. My thing is, I just wanted to say that my whole opinion about this is that I focus on the abuse part, and I'm taking away from Puffy and Cassie, but I'm just talking about a woman, who's being abused. That I had a homegirl who died. Her abuser, her own boyfriend, killed her. And it was a situation where and I spoke about this before. before my homegirl passed, he had just put her in the hospital. My homegirl was put in the hospital by her boyfriend. A few weeks later, almost a month later, when she was in the hospital, her mother asked her, baby, that man is gonna kill you. Get away from him. You know what? My homegirl went back to him. You know, she didn't listen to her mother. She didn't listen to her friends. She went back with the dude. And guess what? He ended up murdering her. So abuse is very serious, you know. So even talking about my homegirl, right? He did some convincing. You know, he talked her into it, probably told he wouldn't do it again. And he put her in the hospital 3 weeks to a month before that, you know. So I want to talk about that. My opinion is about the abuse and women, taken away from, not talking about Cassie and Puffy, but about the women. You know, it's hard to say. Women, you know what I'm talking about. You've been in this situation in relationships. You know what I'm saying. Women who've been in that, you know what it's like. It is hard to leave someone, especially when it's someone that you love. These are the reasons why women stay. Women stay because they truly love the man. You know, they don't just stay because they like the abuse. They just stand because they truly love the man. They feel like the man can change, or they feel like they can change themselves where the man can stop. You know, they remember the good times. They think about all the good times, and they feel like that the good times outweigh the bad. Like, I mean, you know, that's what I look at. And I want to say this, that ladies, if you are in an abusive relationship, you know, please, for your own life, you know, and it could cost you, you know, because when you're abused, you're a woman. You know, I know women, y'all tough, you know what I'm saying, y'all strong, but when it comes to physically, you know, comparing yourself to a man, you just can't. I'm sorry, you just can't. I know everything's supposed to be, you know, 50-50, no gender roles. Women are just supposed to have equal rights as men, and everything's supposed to be the same. But y'all, if physically side, no, it's not. I'm sorry, you're a woman. It's the reason why you're a woman. This is why a man is a man. And you know, what I want to say is that you cannot beat up a man. You know, you just can't, you know. And I just want you to, if you're going through that and you're watching my video, that means God brought you to listen to my channel. And I just want to say that, you know, you are loved, you are worthy. If you're going through that, you should not be going through that at all. Like, you know, a man that loves you, that's too much love. If he feel like he got to hit you, you know, put hands on you and abuse you. That's not right. That's not fair. Men do not truly love you like that. You know, there's something mentally off with him, you know. And I just want my ladies to understand that if you're going through that, please seek some type of help to leave. You know, normally a man that does that, he try to put you in a trick bag. He really try to, one of those tactics are abusers. They try to isolate you from your friends and family to where you could just depend on them. That's one sure tell sign of a abuser. That's what they try to do. That's what they really try to do. They try to get you to where you are away from your family and friends, and they could do this. You know, and then women, this is why I tell brothers that your woman is your strongest ally in your life over your homeboys. Because how many women be with abusers and protect them? They don't want to tell their family members or their friends because they don't want anything to happen to the abuser. That's their man. They don't want it. They still trying to protect him. Even though he's not protecting her by putting hands on her, she try to go out her way to still protect him. And ladies, that gotta stop. You know, so I just want you to think about your life. If you have kids, think about your kids. You don't want your kids, you don't want them to see what you're going through. Kids, if you have kids are not stupid. Kids know what's going on. And then you don't want to pass that down to them to where they think that that's all right for that to happen, for that to be normal. So that's my opinion. I'm not having an opinion about Cassie and Puffy. I'm taking this time to have the opinion about domestic violence. That's my opinion, is domestic violence. You know, because we don't know what went on with Cassie and Puffy, but my thing is domestic violence is what I want to talk about. That's what I want to talk about in this video. Ladies, You're going through it, please seek help. Look for a way out the best way you can, because you're going through that. It doesn't stop at one time. It's a continuous thing. So that's all I wanted to say. Peace and blessings. King Tyson. On to the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm out.